Boom. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Book It Sports community and our bettors across the globe. We've got another great episode of The Morning After for you on this fine Friday morning. You made it to the weekend. Let's get a round of applause for you. You made it to the weekend. We got Josh in the studio, Grins behind the scene. We're pulling up Grins today. We got a long surfing of the slate plan for you guys today. We're going to go through the whole slate today because we bought it yesterday. Yeah. So we're giving you guys a special Friday episode where we're going to go deep into the betting. But first, let's talk about last night. It was always going back to the Blue Hens of Delaware. -5.5 free lay piece. They covered and they won. These are the reasons why I need a therapist. Because teams will do this to you. Where the show prior yesterday, I'll be like, I can't do Delaware anymore. I'm 0-3 betting against them. Short favorite at home, underdog at home. I can't do it anymore. And everyone in the community gets behind me. They're like, yo, just wanted to make sure. Woke up this morning and remembered we're not betting on Delaware today. And then we looked at that -5.5. And I got a tingling in my plums that said it might be Delaware's day. But we stayed true to ourselves. And of course, they covered and won. So yeah. This is why we do it. This is the game. This is literally the game. This is why we do it. This is why we play. This is literally the game. Josh, do you have any words about a certain 2 games that we had on head-to-heads last night?
Yeah, I mean, that did not go too well for me.
Which one?
The San Fran one did not go too well.
No, it was always Gonzaga. I don't know why you bet on Stonehill. That was weird. I feel like
that was so bad.
I feel like we had a conversation, and while we were having that conversation, in my head I was like, "Oh, we're nuking Sacred Heart," and then you were like, "We take Stonehill," and I think we have. If we run that clip back, I was in awe that you said that.
No, yeah,
like,
for
wait,
sure.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, no more of that. We're done doing that.
But I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a genie because I had units on ECU who got their doors blown off by Memphis. I also had units on Washington State. They only won by 3 against USC. Yep. The Pac-12 is not real. I'm convinced the Pac-12 is just not fucking real. I also had units on Nebraska. Shout out Ohio State for beating their face off for no reason.
Maybe Krabs is right.
For no reason.
Maybe they are good.
Maybe they had a new coach. They might be good now.
Maybe they're good.
They might be good now. It was always Washington at home. This Washington team, really hoping they get into March. I think they will. I think they're going to have to either win the Pac-12 tournament or do some things, maybe win out to be able to have a bid. But they're very exciting, and I would love to see Keon Brooks in an NCAA tournament. But, I mean, I didn't get to watch a lick of basketball yesterday, and I'll tell you why. So I got this little thing that gets me into my apartment. It's called a key fob. Hold on. Let me find it for you. This is how tiny it is. Pause. This is how thin it is. And it is connected to nothing in my life. I don't have it on a keychain. I don't have it on my keys. And yesterday, unfortunately, girlfriend's a little under the weather, but because I'm an all-star boyfriend, went to CVS, picked up some medicine, picked up some soup, picked up some tea. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take care of her tonight. Take care of her this late afternoon. So I got everything in my hands. I lock my door, get in my girlfriend's apartment, doing the whole bit, making the soup, doing all that stuff. She wants to drive home because she flies out the next day, whatever. So be it. I'm chilling there. I'm like, all right, I get to go back home. Sounds good. I'll probably throw on some Netflix. I've been watching that show Resident Alien, which, by the way, first glance, you might watch and be like, this show is the dumbest show I've ever seen, but it has incredible ratings. 8.1 on IMDb.
Really?
97% on Rotten Tomatoes. Well, it just got added to Netflix. I think it's from 2021, and the new season comes out this year.
Okay.
But either way, I get back to my apartment. I'm like, let's go. And keep in mind, I keep this fob loose in my pants, like loose. It's not connected to anything, whatever it is. I get back to my apartment. I'm like, okay, here we go. Okay. Where's my fob? And I'm wearing these big cargo pants. Like, hold on. Let me check all my pockets. I'm ripping the pockets open almost inside of myself trying to find this fob. I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's just no fucking way. And keep in mind, girlfriend is gone. She's went home. Gone. So now I'm stranded in Dallas. I'm like, dude, I don't know where my fob is. The fob is gone. So now I'm in my garage. I'm looking for the fob. I'm literally on all fours in my parking garage. Like, did it come out of my pocket? Is it in my car? Like, I'm ripping my car apart, opening all the compartments, whatever. I was like, yo, babe, I got to go back to your apartment because I think I might have left it like on the kitchen counter. I might have left it somewhere. I don't know where it is. She's like, okay. Thankfully, I get access to her apartment. Thankfully, I'm allowed to get access to her actual apartment, not just the garage. I'm in her garage on all fours. I'm literally crawling around like a creature trying to find this fucking fob. And of course, everything is gray. So this thing could be anywhere. And it's getting late. Now it's like 9, 10 o'clock. I could finally get into her apartment. I was like, yo, I might have to sleep here tonight. She's like, that's totally fine. I am turning this apartment over. I'm lifting the bed up. I'm ripping the sheets off. Don't worry, I cleaned everything up. It's all neat and perfect now. But I was like losing my mind. And I'm trying to not like lose my temper or like lose my cool because I'm trying to like stay calm in 2024. But I'm losing it inside because I'm like, dude, I'm not going to have access to my apartment. I have to fly to Nashville today. So I was like, I'm going to have to get done with the show, go back to my apartment, somehow get a new fob. Hopefully they can make it then or at least get me into my apartment. And then I got a short turnaround because I got to get on this flight.
Yeah.
I'm losing my mind last night. Like, haven't watched a lick of basketball. I checked like in the middle of walking from the garage to her apartment and saw that Nebraska sold, ECU sold, and Washington State was selling all at once. So now I'm in a horrible mood, like horrible mood. Can't find the fob. I finally make my peace. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bed. Like, I'm sleeping at her apartment, whatever. I'm going to bed. I'm calling it. I don't want to. I'm stressed out, but I'm calling it. I can't find the fob. Like, I'm done for. And keep in mind, this is now like hour 5 of looking for this fob. I couldn't give up. Finally make my peace with it. I eat a little gummy that has certain effects on the body in GTA. And I was like, all right, I'm calling it. Putting a movie on. I made some microwavable popcorn. And I sit on the bed. And keep in mind, I'm a sleep in socks kind of guy. I'm a
insane
sleep in shorts kind of guy. I'm a sleep in sweatpants kind of guy. I'm not a sleep in my underoos kind of guy. But I was wearing these big fucking cargo pants. And I don't know what made me do it. But I was like, you know what? I'm sleeping in my drawers tonight. Maybe I was just feeling loose. I was like, I'm sleeping in my drawers tonight. Whatever. So be it. Go to take off my cargo pants. And keep in mind, I like cuff my pants. I can't lift my leg up that high, but there's like a cuff in my pants. And it's like a drawstring cuff. I take my pants off. I undo the cuff. And as I'm undoing the cuff, this fucking dumb little fob falls out of my pants. So some way, somehow, this dirty little fob nestled itself into the cuff of my pants. I was in moose shit. Because when you start thinking about it, I was running around Dallas, driving from apartment to apartment on all fours, and it was on my body the entire time. I was centimeters from my apartment trying to open a locked door, and it was in my ankle. Like, I literally could not have had a worse night last night once the key got lost. Like, I have never been that. I literally sat there and I was like, dude, you are the dumbest person I've ever met in my entire life. Like, talking to myself, like holding this fob, being like, dude, you're the dumbest person. And then, of course, I was like, I got to call my girlfriend. So I woke her up by accident. Like, it was like 11 o'clock. I was like, you won't believe where I found this. And she was like, dude, I'm so tired. I can't do this right now. And I was like, it was in my cuff. I'm like so blasted off the gummy thing.
Trent just got in here.
Does he know?
So he can come up here and know. I guess he can read the board.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
He said you guys need to see how good I am at Guitar Hero. He said I was until 3 a.m. playing it.
What's your go-to song? I need to hear it.
Mine?
Yeah. And Trent's. Tell him to type in chat.
Dude, I don't even know. I mean, actually, I do know. SOS.
Oh, wait, before. Let's give Trent his flowers. He had a Fugazi 5.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm all in for the clowning and, like, you know, horseplay with everyone that's on Bucket. But when someone hits, you got to give them their flowers. Trent hit a Fugazi yesterday.
That was huge.
Fucking so back, dude.
Gigantic.
And he said, all I need to do is see one go in. I don't know if the graphic was a joke or not, but I'm assuming he actually hit it.
Yeah,
because sometimes he'll green everything out and it wasn't actually green. So I'm hoping it was actually green.
Yeah, I hope.
So well done, Trent. That's how you get one the hard way, dude. That was a good lay too. I think the Magic were legacies. I looked into the comments and everyone was like, the Magic. So I'm assuming they did something crazy for him. But let's fucking go, Trent. Way to get one through the bucket. Way to get one through the bucket.
But its song is SOS.
Oh,
I love that song.
SOS, right? Yeah, yes, dude. Yes, dude. I'm trying to think what mine is. Mine was in a Guitar Hero, and I remember exactly where they played it. You play on like this river.
Oh, dude, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Is it Donnie used to work on the
Bon
docks?
Jovi, is that?
Is it? I think so.
Dude, I remember
He's
the state
down
that you're
on his
talking about.
luck. It's tough.
Yeah,
And I was
Donnie
big.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though. I never did expert.
Yeah,
Just
no.
hand up. I was never a guy that wanted to include the pinky. The
No,
pinky was like,
nor was
I'm
I.
good, dude. Like I'll just sit here and rock the fuck out. But you know what's sick? My brother and my cousins and I, we used to have the full set, drums,
rock
mic,
band, yeah.
bass, and guitar,
Yeah.
and we would go
Same
crazy.
with you said
We
your
would go
cousins.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
we would go crazy.
At Christmas.
And my brother would be on the
We're-
drums on expert, and he wouldn't miss a note. He's like an actual musician. Not that there's like any correlation with the game in that,
I mean, there probably is.
but
though.
dude, he would be busting, and I would just be on the guitar and like intermediate, like and like always missing like one or two
Yeah.
chords. Just so botted. But I think that was my favorite. He's down on his luck. It's tough. Something about a pie. Is that in that song?
A pie?
Something like that.
Nah.
No,
That's living on a prayer. I don't think a pie.
I think he was living on a prayer. I'm not sure though. I think it was living on a prayer. If living on a prayer was in a Guitar Hero, that was my go-to.
Yeah,
And I could,
it
like,
might have been,
crush
but
it.
that's definitely the song. That's the song you're singing.
Yeah. No, yeah. I think that's a song.
Cherry pie. That's cherry
Oh,
pie.
that was also a good one.
Yeah.
And that's Guitar Hero, like A's and B's.
Yeah.
Is that one? Wow. What was your favorite Wii game growing up?
Sonic and Mario Olympic Games.
I did not see that coming.
Dude, I was so nasty.
Were
at
you
swimming.
actually?
Yeah. I was telling Dave the other day, I was number 1 in the world in like the 100-meter for like 2 days.
No way.
Yeah, like actually, like legitimately number 1 in the world. It was crazy.
Dude, what?
Yeah, I was nasty.
I loved Wii tennis.
Yeah, it was so fun.
And then Me Play.
Mm-mm.
It's like Wii Play or whatever. It was like all their standard games.
Yeah.
I loved the tanks game.
Oh, that game.
Do you know what I'm
was
talking
so
about? Where you gotta
fun,
like
yeah.
drive and then you shoot it off the wall. Dude, I
That
fucking
game was so
would
fun.
bust on that game. Like crazy. I would go crazy on that game. But I was a Wii tennis. I was the tanks. And then I also loved what was the last one? I mean, it was Super Smash Bros, but I would play it sideways. I hated when you had to like use a little wand.
I used to just use
I hated the nunchuck.
I used to use my GameCube controllers on there.
Wow, yeah, that's how you get one.
That's how you
go. You know, my buddies and I would play. There's a James Bond one where you had to use a nunchuck. When we were in like middle school, and you'd have to like point and like use the nunchuck. I hated using the little nunchuck thing because I thought it was so botted. But that game was sick too, and you'd have to like, But it was like tough. It was a tough game.
Did you ever have like any of the
number one in
accessories?
the
Like you put
world.
the controller in like the baseball bat, or
No.
like the tennis racket.
Mm-mm.
I used to have.
Oh,
those.
dude, baseball was fun as
So
fuck
fun.
too, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you got a good pimp.
Bowling, obviously.
I mean,
that's, like,
bowling's a
yeah,
classic.
that's
I loved throwing it
OG.
behind me, all the music jumping. I loved doing that.
Let
That
go
was
of
so
me.
much fun. Yeah. Like, and they all jump in the background. That was like my favorite. I can't think of like the Wii was such a weird.
Mario Super Sluggers. That
game was fire.
That might have been the best.
Yeah,
game,
that might have
honestly.
been the best game. That might have been like top one.
The Bigs. Do you remember that game?
I didn't play that game.
You didn't play that? I think that's
Mm-mm.
what it was called. The MLB game.
No,
The Bigs. I think that game was.
I wasn't an MLB guy, so I
electric.
wouldn't have bought that. What was it? It was like Wii Beach.
Wii Resort.
Wii Resort.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
Because it
yeah.
had all the mini games.
Yeah.
I liked volleyball. Volleyball was fun too.
Oh yeah.
All the like sport games. The Wii was such a weird like 4-year period where it just had like a chokehold on us as
Yeah,
children.
It did.
It was like, let's go and play the fucking Wii. And now if you like brought out a Wii, like if you brought out a Wii 2 years after it was cool, people would be like, dude, what are we doing? I'm not playing fucking
Yeah.
Wii. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Lauren just said that the basketball 3-point contest is good.
Oh,
too,
you had to
on
do
Resort.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was a good one
Yeah.
too. That one was a good one too, Lauren. I like that one as well. I'm trying to think of any other good Wii games. I never liked Mario Kart when you had to do that. I
Yeah,
thought that
no.
was botted as shit.
I used to have the little wheel too.
No, dude.
Oh yeah.
Josh, were
Dude,
you like
I
a
was
Wii
dialed.
guy? I
I
mean, number
was
one in the world
dialed
is
on it.
fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
no, like, dude, I played that game so much, like so.
And to be like obsessed with the swimming part is nuts.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I was
Just
so
a
good at
swimmer.
it. I was like, dude, why I'm getting this world record.
Number one in the world is actually insane.
I know, dude.
Like in
I
any
know.
video game,
I
to be
know.
like number one in the world is fucking.
It was
nuts,
incredible.
dude. Well, I didn't get to watch anything last night. I really didn't get to look at Twitter at all. What happened?
I got a couple.
Do you have
things.
anything that happened?
I got a couple things. Nothing crazy. We'll get into the betting soon. But Johnny Davis actually might be the worst player in NBA
Indiana?
history. Washington.
But I mean,
Oh
went
yeah,
to
from
University
Indiana.
of
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Would you like to see these highlights?
I would love to see
because
these
they
highlights.
are atrocious.
Let me know when they're playing and I'll come over.
Fourth point off the bench for the Lakers. Underneath, low the layup, boy, right there was Johnny. Fourth point off the bench for the Lakers. Underneath, low the layup, boy.
What?
Fourth point off the bench for the Lakers. Underneath, low the layup, boy.
Dude,
Right there was
Just
how do you have a contract?
terrible.
How do you have a contract?
I honestly have no idea.
Do you think that's like a conversation in the locker room after the game where they're like, Johnny,
100%.
Johnny, come here. The coach, like, all right, guys, listen, great team win here. Way to get one at home. That's how you defend your home
Well, we went
court.
to Wisconsin also. Someone just said
Oh,
that.
it was red. Something red.
Red and white. Same
Yeah,
shit.
something red. Way to get one at home, guys. Game ball tonight. Here you go, Austin Reeves. Well done, guys. Well done. And then he's like, Johnny, can I see my office real quick? And you think they like walk in the office? He's like, Johnny, what the fuck was that? Like, what are you doing,
Dude,
dude?
he had like 3 wide open layups that he almost missed the rim on.
Like, do you think that's like a conversation?
Oh, for
with,
sure.
like the coach where he's like, dude,
Maybe not with him.
you want to go down? You want to play in Pasadena?
Well, I think
for
that
the Pasadena Road
I
Snakes?
think he was playing in the G League for a minute.
Yeah, well, he's
Like
was,
a minute.
I don't know, dude. He might be like only a second-year guy. I feel like I remember him in
I
college.
think it's
like,
his
last year
No, not last year. I think it's his third year.
or 2 years ago.
I think it's his third year. I think he got drafted while I was still in school. So I would.
Which, by the way, we're gonna look back on those Wisconsin teams and be like, how did they not win like anything?
Oh, I know.
Johnny Davis, Chucky Hepburn, Wall, Tyler Wall.
Yeah. Who else did they have?
They got 2 more guys.
They had their point guard too, the little dude. What was his name?
Chucky Hepburn.
Was that him?
I don't know. He's on the team now still, and he went for averaging like
Nah, it
15, like
wasn't him.
9 points. He's like slowly been going like this his whole career. Makes no sense.
It wasn't him. They had a little dude. Fuck, what was his name?
Shout out little dudes in the NBA.
Brad Davidson.
Oh yeah, classic.
He was a dog.
Classic. But dude, yeah, I mean, like, there's the drop off I feel in the NBA has been pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it really is not an entertaining league anymore.
No, not at all. It hasn't
not
been
even a little
for a long
Dude,
time.
I saw a tweet that actually pissed me off the other day, and it was like, this was a real conversation of who the better point guard was. And it was Rajon Rondo, and he was on Boston, and Chris Paul, and he was in New Orleans. It's like, yeah, that was a legitimate conversation because Rondo was like a top 10 player in the league.
I don't know if he's top 10, but yeah.
Dude,
he was like the
when
fifth best
Rondo
player.
at his peak in Boston.
Yeah, he was like the 4th best player in his team, maybe 3rd best player in his team.
I only
I don't
think
know.
that
He was a top 5 point guard.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
But there was a conversation to be had if he's a better point guard than Chris Paul at the time, for sure. 100%.
Potentially.
When he was at his peak.
Yeah, but that was also Chris
When
Paul.
Rondo was at his peak, dude, he was disgusting. He invented 2 moves.
Dude, but the problem is with Rondo is that when he was at his peak, he couldn't score for real. And then like
Yeah, he could, dude. He had a strap for like 2 years. He had a strap.
Mm,
He was wet from 3.
not when he was with the Celtics. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think it was after
Towards the end of his Celtics tenure, and then they traded him.
Then he
For
went to
I
the
forget who it
Bulls.
was. Was it for Jeff Green or something like that? It was something weird trade.
I forgot.
Or
He
the
went
Celtics
to the Bulls.
just went into like rebuild.
He went to the Bulls.
It was the
eventually.
Bulls, Lakers, Clippers.
People forget that if he didn't get hurt, we were going to knock off the number 1 seed Celtics. Just saying.
When he was in Chicago, who was
Yeah,
on that
it was
team?
him, D Wade, and Jimmy Butler. It was like actually. The
I remember that
craziest team
roster. That
ever.
roster
Yeah.
was
It
disgusting.
was so crazy.
And then after that, Wade was like, I'm going to go to Cleveland. And then
Yeah.
like 10 games later, LeBron was like, dude, you got to go. Like, this is a roster spot. You're wasting.
It was actually insane though. We were up 2-0 in the series against the Celtics when they had IT when he was like having that crazy
dropping like
year.
40. Yeah.
We were up 2-0 and then Rondo hurt his hand. out
He
for the
always hurts his
series.
hand, dude.
Yeah.
Remember he hurt his hand when they were going on that deep playoff run, but he ended up
Yeah.
coming back.
Yeah.
Dude, he was like one of my favorite players of all time. He literally invented the fucking behind the
fake
back. dude.
Yeah, disgusting.
Like he was gross,
Yeah,
dude.
he
like
was.
actually disgusting. His vision, I still don't think there's been a point guard to match his vision. Like when he was in his bag, like the way he saw the floor and like the way he moved the ball around for that Celtics team was insane.
Completely unbiased take, but Lonzo Ball.
Like what?
Very unbiased.
Like what, dude? The guy Lonzo can't even sprint. I saw reporters
Yeah,
like
no, he
Lonzo
can't
Ball
run.
still can't sprint.
I
Like
feel so bad.
what
for him,
are we
dude.
doing, dude? Yeah, I mean
I
that's
feel
just
so
like
bad for him
that's just one of those things where it's just unlucky, dude. You're just unlucky.
right now.
You're just unlucky, man.
It's like nerve damage. or
Yeah, for
something.
him, like that's just what a tough injury. Like you
I
see
know.
his like high school highlights, early Lakers. Dude, I'm convinced it's because of those fucking big baller brand shoes that would break every
You
quarter.
think?
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
it might be.
Think about the knees, dude. If your shoes are giving out and like breaking when you're playing, like that's botted.
No, yeah, it's awful.
I did want a
And-
pair of the Mellows though. The first ever big baller brand Mellows. They were like
Yeah.
the cherries. They were
Yeah.
fucking sick. Didn't never get them. But
Javon said that they're putting me on waivers. Lonzo Ball
They're putting
take.
you on waivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Book It Sports, Josh Kasser put on waivers for a terrible take.
I'll get picked up quick. For Lonzo.
What
Ball
else
being
happened?
Rajon Rondo.
Anything else happen?
One other small thing this morning. Anthony Kim came back. That dude that we were talking about, the golfer,
Okay.
hasn't played in like 12 years, and he did not play so well. He shot 6 over.
Ouch.
And
Wait, is this the guy that Liv made the whole like hype video for? Where he's like getting out of the G wagon? Yeah, that's horrible.
yeah. Here, come watch this video. This just cold shank.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Oh yes. That is literally how I play golf. My favorite part about that, the little nuances that you don't see in pros a lot when you know it's a bad shot, when you're facing the hole and you hit your shot and your head goes this way to watch your ball, dude. That is like the worst feeling ever when you like line up and you finally get it going and you're not looking at the hole where you aimed at. You literally, your club goes like this and you go, fuck. Because you literally got nowhere near where you were supposed to hit the ball. That's horrible, dude. They shouldn't have made that hype tape. That was too hype for a
No,
golfer.
well, I don't think anyone expected him to be very good. Like
We're not
coming out of
that
the
hype
gate.
tape. I thought he was going to come out and be like a rocket.
Well, he was just so sick, like back in the day, that like it's just cool that he's back.
It's like wheeling out Shaq, making a hype tape for him, and then he gets in an NBA
Yeah.
game and just can't move.
Yeah. I know Javon and Krabs and Goots were on his overstrokes.
So that hit.
This morning. Yeah, it was 71.5. He had to go 2 over. He went 6 over.
Wow.
Yeah, he's in.
Well
dead
done for the
last.
BTL boys.
Yeah, huge.
Well done for the BTL boys.
Huge.
Javon's been red hot as well. And Krabs came on the morning after Legacy Day yesterday.
Absolute legacy.
Some
day.
people are saying we moved the needle
Oh, for sure.
because you're not cold. You're just due.
Yeah.
That's what we told him. He was just due. And he shouldn't have taken San Fran. Sorry, Krabs.
Someone in your TikTok chat, winner, is asking for some locks.
Should we get to the board?
Let's do it.
All right, we got a Friday episode for you guys, so we're gonna get to the board early. We're also gonna get Grins up here. We're gonna get Grins going a little bit. Yeah, let's just go through the slate. Here's the thing about this slate, guys. It is moose shit. Okay, so I just want everyone to know I'm gonna be in Nashville this weekend. I will be posting the platter from Nashville on Saturdays. But this slate is moose shit. But guess what? We're gonna find the winners.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna find a couple winners for you guys. We're gonna go through the whole slate. I'm talking every sport. I do want to start in the NBA, and I want to save college basketball for the end because I'm sure Grinzy's gonna come on and give us an NCAA one. So maybe we go NBA, NHL, and then we'll get to college basketball. I did spend some time in the college basketball lab this morning. It's a weird slate, but I feel like there are a couple games that I really, really like, so we'll get to it. But let's start in the NBA. Have you looked at the slate at all?
I have a little bit.
There's 3 games in the NBA that were kind of screaming to me
Mm-hmm.
that I feel like I really want to get involved with. One is the Mavericks plus 9.5.
Okay.
Going on the road in Boston. I understand this Boston team is like, they're just like botted, dude. Like I can't do it. Like they're like, Jason Tatum should be the MVP. And then he's like, well, I hope the voters are just seeing everything I'm doing outside of scoring the ball because like I'm helping us win games. Like, dude, either drop 40 or get the fuck out of my face. Like I can't do it. Like either drop 40 points per game and help your team win or like stop trying to like gargle your way to an MVP. Like if an MVP is
Also,
like
he
what
shouldn't
Jokic did,
He
like
shouldn't be the MVP.
40, 10, and 10 and winning games. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jason Tatum should not be the MVP. It should be Luka Doncic. The kid is fucking
Yeah,
unconscious.
it should be.
I
Also, I kind of like over in that game.
do like that over too because the Mavs don't play defense. But the Mavs plus 9.5, I kind of like that. You're gonna be 9 points. Obviously, like a lot of people are gonna be like, well, the spread should tell you something. But the Celtics love to choke.
Yeah.
So that fourth quarter,
That's facts.
choke it away. No one can guard Luka on the Celtics anyway. I love the Bucks money line short in the Bulls. If it's anywhere near like 170, I know it's 3.5
180.
right now. 180. Okay, so that's a little. Maybe I'd take the points. I'll take the points with the Bucks.
-4.
You know what's been weird though? Why is Dame Lillard bitching about Milwaukee?
Dude, I don't.
He's
okay.
ruining his legacy in 1 year. Like his legacy of being like the guy in Portland. And I'm starting to realize that maybe Portland couldn't win because of his personality.
It could be.
Like he just seems like the ultimate bitch.
Yeah, I mean, he was bitching about.
He's like, I don't
Milwaukee
do
as a
I-
city, right?
He was just like, I don't do anything. You know, I go to practice, I
mean,
go
yeah.
home, I play video games. And some guy quotes you and he was like, God, I can't even imagine
So-
driving to practice in my G-Wagon, doing 40 minutes total of work, then having to drive home in my G-Wagon to my massive mansion and play video games with my friends
And
every
make
day.
$40 million.
And make $40 million. Like,
He makes more than that though. He probably makes like I think he makes like 50 something.
yeah, dude, he probably makes 50. But like the point being, like, dude, why are you bitching?
Yeah.
Like, if anything, you should be like, I love Milwaukee because I've been able to lock in.
Yeah.
Like, not only are you shitting on the city that's supposed to come to your home games and support you, but also you're kind of shitting on guys like Chris Middleton and Giannis and all these guys that have been in Milwaukee for years that like have made the city theirs and just being it's boring.
Okay. In his defense, you ever been to Milwaukee?
But you shouldn't have went there.
I know that you shouldn't say it, but it's an awful city. Like, there's nothing to do there.
Okay, but if Giannis can be there and win a championship, like, by the way, Dane, you went here to win a championship. You didn't go here to have a good time and hang out and be the guy. Like, you went here to win a championship.
Yeah.
Milwaukee's a perfect city for you to win a championship in because there's nothing for you to do. So I'll be locked the fuck in. You've been playing like a bot. A bot.
Yeah. He had a big shot not too long ago.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be here averaging like 35 points a game. Like, he's had Giannis come out and be like, Dame is going to be our guy in crunch time.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how crazy that is that multiple time MVP winner, NBA champion, MVP winner Giannis has completely given the reins of his team in the public to Dame Lillard, and you're going to sit here and bitch about his city?
That's
like,
facts,
dude,
yeah, that
stop
is
being
facts.
such a prick.
That is fact.
Like, no one gives a rat's. You won the All-Star MVP. Think that matters? You think that fucking matters, Dame? But I like the Bucks. This is a team I'm going to put a future on to win the NBA championship. The Bulls are moose shit. This line is short, though, which is weird, but I'll take the Bucks minus 3.5.
They also always have our number. Like, we don't play well
In
against
Chicago, though?
them. Yeah, we're not good against them.
I think
Even when they were shitty.
I feel
they
like
weren't good.
Bucks money line, good late piece.
Yeah.
For the show parlay, I want my leg to be Bucks money line.
Okay.
I like that a
We're
lot.
just gonna do 2. bows?
Yeah, well, let's do a
Or should we do
2-teamer today.
4?
You want to do another 4-teamer?
Let's do 4.
Let's do 4. Okay. So I really like the
First
Bucks money
leg.
line.
Bucks money line.
First leg. The other game that I really liked in the NBA that I was kind of looking at that I think is a little odd, and I don't think this is like a mega max, but I kind of like the Trailblazers at plus chicken going into Memphis at a -1 at a +1.5, or leave the point at the door. I don't know
I
what
like
this
that too,
Trailblazers team is moose shit.
But that is a disgusting game.
No, that game is gross.
I mean, the Grizzlies are also out.
But I just don't trust the Grizzlies in 4 quarters. Like, I can trust Anthony Simons. I can trust some guys in the Blazers. I feel like the Grizzlies might be the worst team in the NBA other than the Wizards.
They're really bad. Honestly, I like that. I just don't know if I can get myself to bet on that game because it's just
And I understand
so
that.
bad.
No, I understand. I said it was gross, and it's not something you put a lot of units on.
I do like
But I like that.
I do like that.
I
I,
like
would
that a
definitely
lot.
take the Blazers over the Grizzlies. I don't know if I would actually.
And I almost like that it's at a short line and that Memphis is favored in Memphis.
Yeah.
Because
I
keep in
agree.
mind, the Trailblazers are also moose shit.
Yeah, they're terrible.
This isn't like I'm
Those are
picking the
maybe
better team.
the 2 worst teams in the league.
I just feel like
two
that
of
might be a chance to get some plus chicken. Do you like anything on the NBA board?
What I really liked.
Uh-oh.
You scared?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Clippers minus 15. and a
I
half.
knew.
Bounce back.
I don't know. I'm not even kidding. I don't know why I knew you were going to go for that game, but that just like reeked of a Josh spot where like the Wizards just covered.
Yeah, the Wizards just covered against the Lakers. Staying in LA, they went out last night.
Oh, dude, Jordan
For
Poole
sure.
hit the town.
And you know that just them covering,
they feel huge.
they feel good.
Yeah, they feel
They feel
great,
good.
dude. They feel great.
Now they're playing the Little Brothers in LA. They aren't going to be up for the game.
And the Clippers are looking to take their anger
That's
out.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, this
on a
could get
shit
ugly for
team.
them. I don't hate that actually, but I knew you were going to be on that game. I don't know how I knew it was going to be that game. It was either that one or I thought you were going to say the Pelicans.
I also like the Raptors today.
Oh, I love the Raptors at home.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm a fan of them.
I love that plus 3.5. Did you see everyone clowning them for having fun after winning 3 straight?
Mm-mm.
So their coach made a deal with them in the beginning of the season where if the Raptors win 3 straight, he's going to take them out to a really nice dinner.
Okay.
Keep in mind, it's all young guys in the Raptors. You
Yeah.
can't name one vet on the Raptors right now. Not one. It's Scotty Barnes, it's Gary Trent Jr., it's Emmanuel Quickley, RJ Barrett. These are young kids, dude. Can't name one vet on this team. And the coach, who, by the way, is like a great coach. I love him every time I see him, more of him. He was like, if you guys win three straight games this year at any point, I'll take us out to a sick dinner. The young kids, dude, they won their 3rd straight game. I think it was 2 games ago. And they were going crazy in the locker room. Like they fucking like going nuts, like on the floor, like, let's go. And everyone was like, wow, this is how we react to winning games in the NBA now. It's like, dude, they're
Yeah,
like Grady
fun.
Dick got like the game ball. Like that's how young this team is. And like the coach is just trying to like get them going.
Yeah.
Dude, winning 3 straight in the NBA is no like easy feat.
And who cares?
Yeah. Like who
let 'em
gives a
have fun.
fuck, dude? Yeah.
Like they won a game. They can celebrate as much as they want.
And they won 3 straight. And the coach is like, he's got that like crazy European accent. He's like, I know we said we wanted the pizza party, but I think we get better than that. And then everyone's like, oh. So it's like, dude, I fucking love that shit. Like, that's just like a classic, like young locker room.
Yeah.
Get them motivated, put a dinner on the line, 3 straight. and they win 3 straight, they're going to celebrate. Like, I thought
Yeah.
that was awesome. I love the Raptors as well. Do you want to put the Raptors in the lay? I kind of like plus 3.5. Dude, I think we go Bucks money line, Raptors plus 3.5 first
Okay,
2 legs.
first two.
I fucking love that.
All right.
3 games in the NHL. Let's just go through it really quick. Just keep in mind, guys, the NBA and NHL stuff, I wouldn't put large unitary deposits on that because I don't know ball that well when it comes to that shit.
I definitely don't know hockey ball.
I don't know any hockey ball whatsoever. If anything, we should try to wake Chelly up. But I see my Devils are minus 275. We might lose that game outright. But here's the thing about it, though, because
That board over
but
there.
that board over there is just a
This
little
Devils
different.
money line lay piece. Devils minus 1.5. Straight nuke.
Jack Hughes.
Jack
goal.
Hughes goal free.
Ducks are missed.
Ducks or moose.
That is what I wrote for Chelly. There's a whiteboard outside Chelly's room, and I said for Chelliard, Devils money line, lay piece. Devils minus 1.5, straight nuke. Jack Hughes goal, free. Ducks are missed.
Javon said that should pay.
I think the Devils pay tonight. I can't wait till Javon's like on his BTL card. Is the Ducks money line. But listen, we lose minus 200s on the road all the time. Whenever we're minus 200 on the road, it's like the scariest line for me because I know we might lose.
Is that
And by the
minus-
way, I just want everyone to know,
No, keep going.
did something happen?
No, I just saw a line and I want to ask Javon a question.
Just keep in mind, guys, I am a fake fan of the Devils. It's the only New Jersey team I have. I'm not a big hockey guy. I'm only a fan once we make the playoffs. So hand up. I don't care. You make fun of me all you want, but I don't even know who's injured or who's playing for the Devils right now. But I know that they're the New Jersey team, and every time they're on, I do throw a little unit on them, but I
Yeah.
don't watch a game, and I will not watch a game until we make the playoffs.
That's exactly how
So
am
I
with
just
the
want
Hawks
everyone to know.
right now.
I just want everyone to know that.
Like we're
Hand up.
actually
I
bad.
won't
You guys
ever
are
fight
actually
anyone
good.
on that either. Like I am a 100% fair weather Devils fan. I love Jack Hughes though. I love that he's the face of our city. But dude, I could give a rat's about regular season hockey. I know the Capitals have kind of been making some noise. I feel like they've ruined a couple of Chelly's lays. The Yotes are almost plus
See,
200.
So that's what I was looking at that game.
Yeah,
I
kinda
remember
like the
last year,
Yotes.
Javon had a system fading a team at minus 190. I believe that those are the odds,
Oh my god, I remember that system.
right? Isn't that what it was? It was
Yeah, that is a
190,
system.
That-
Yeah, I
that
think
was
it's
the
190,
system.
180.
You fade them.
Do we take the Yotes?
I kind of like that.
I like the Yotes.
Javon, thoughts?
Maybe we go Coyotes with the Devils minus 1.5. That
No,
might
we are
pay.
not
dude.
putting the Devils in that parlay.
okay, fine. No Devils. We could go Yotes plus 1.5.
Greens is asking what that system is.
What system?
Yeah, we ain't taking the Yotes. Javon said the Yotes haven't won since 1990, unfortunately.
Yeah, so they're due.
They are due. That minus 190 blind fade worked last year.
Yeah, I'm saying
Like, I know
they're
for a
due.
fact it
Like
did.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I'm saying they're due.
I think we just take them.
I think they might be due.
Do we
I
take
think
the
we
plus
do.
one,
Yeah,
huh?
let's take the Yotes plus 1.5.
All right, let's do it.
1.5. All right, do you want to do some college basketball?
Sure.
Should we go through the slate, then get Grinsey up?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. All right. So here's what I'm going to do, guys. For a slate like
Actually,
this.
let's bring him up first. Okay, yeah,
So we
let's
can
just play, and then we can go through the games that he doesn't talk about.
yeah, let's get Grinsey up.
Here we go.
Grinsey. Also, before you speak, Grins, I just want to really quick for everyone that is in chat. We talked about it yesterday, giving our flowers while they can still smell them. I want everyone to put some W's in the chat for Grins. The kid has been working his ass off behind the scenes. All the clips that you see from the show that you think are great, that you think are funny, all the clips where you've been getting our plays of the day that we put out, that is all Grins. And I'll tell you what, those clips are not easy to make. Okay, he might make them look easy, but they're not easy to make. He's been working his tail off. I just want to give him a quick round of applause really quick, say that we love him, and everyone put some W's in the chat. How we doing, Grinsey?
I'm
Ton
doing
of
well,
dubs.
Mikey. How are you?
Ton of dubs in the chat for you, bud.
No, I appreciate that, Chad. I do.
Let's
So I'm
go.
gonna come today and give you guys a winner.
Hold
I mean,
on.
I hope.
Sorry.
So hear me out. I mean, dude, every time we're gonna talk about this game later, but I'm just gonna cut to it now. It's gonna be the Plan B game.
Wow.
This Utah State team should absolutely blow the doors off Air Force. Look, I respect the men and women that serve, but that team is so bad. Every time they are in the Plan B, they get cooked by like 30, 40 points. And then we revisit it like, all right, what happened? I think one time they won and it was an upset.
That was when
but-
Trent gave it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the one
so
time the armed
exactly.
forces beat us is when Trent faded him. It's crazy.
Exactly. So with that said, I think we have to just go with Utah State minus 15.5.
I like it.
That's my play. And then I'm gonna tell you, Mikey, because after the day you had yesterday, you need a bounce back. So
do.
you gotta be hot today.
Do. And I just want to say, just double down on something that Grin said. I love our armed forces. There's nothing about the armed forces that I'm not thankful for every day. There's nothing about the armed forces. I actually have had family that were in the Army, in the military, in the Navy. We lost a cousin that I had to the Army. However, when it comes to those 3 collegiate schools of our armed forces, there is nothing I love more than fading them because they are moose shit at sports.
Yep.
Just like, and that has nothing to do with how thankful and how much I love our armed forces. But those 3 schools are fucking moose shit at sports. And I think it's okay if as a community and as the United States of America, we just put our hand up and say, hey guys, everything you do off the court in the field is great. But when you guys play sports and I can bet on it, I'm fading you every time. And I think that's okay. I think that's okay.
I think it is.
But it's nothing against them. They're just moose. As they should be. They're focusing on defending our country.
It's the height and weight restriction. That's why.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, I'm sure.
What?
Yeah, I'm sure you can't be like a certain height to go to like be in the Army or like
Their
a certain
basketball
weight.
team has a height restriction?
I'm sure they do. And I bet that they're
Oh, yeah, dude. To fit in a plane, you can have a 6'9" guy in a fucking
That's
F-50
what I'm
fighter
saying.
jet, dude. Air Force probably gets banged on in the paint.
let me double check that.
I actually want to see the tallest kid on the Air Force because there's no way he's fitting his ass in a plane. He's got a desk job waiting for him. Hold on. 6'7".
Yeah.
You're telling me we got 6'7" fighter pilots? No way, dude. 6'7" might be the restriction. I'll tell you what. There's no one taller than 6'7".
So the U.S. Naval Academy minimum height is 58 inches, maximum is 80.
Josh, there's not a single forward over 6'7". I think 6'7" might be the height you're allowed to be.
Yeah.
Exactly. How do you bet on that team?
You
No
know,
one's grabbing rebounds.
I'll tell you, dude, and I don't want anyone to take that the wrong way. Like that might be clippable, but I'm fading our armed forces on their respective athletic fields. That's just what it is. You know, when we took Notre Dame against Navy early on in the football season last year, first game of the season, I mean, in Ireland, the Irish literally blew their doors off. But, however, I just want our armed forces to know if there's a conflict, we need you. But if you're playing sports, I'm fading you.
Love you no matter what.
Yeah, I love you no matter what, guys. Just
Exactly. We give them enough money with the taxes and supporting them, so we got to get it back some way.
But
Yeah.
the Utah State,
6'7" is the max height.
that's insane.
Yeah, it's
Imagine if they had to like play Houston. Oh my God. Or like probably like Josh
Arizona.
Odoro.
Could you imagine
Arizona would be so bad for Air Force. Holy shit. They'd be like, we literally can't compete. We can't be taller than 6'7" because you can't fit in the fighter jets. Dude, their knees must be in their throat in those jets.
Oh yeah.
Like, what are we doing to these kids, dude? That's horrible. All right. Do you like any other games, Grinsey, or is that it?
I mean, I kind of was looking at the hockey board as well, and I'm
Oh.
not the best at that, but I don't know. Last weekend I heard this guy. I was at the casino, and I heard this guy just ranting about his Flyers' future. So I'm keeping an eye on the Flyers. I don't know. He said he had a bunch of money on it, and he would retire if it hit, if they made it to the Stanley Cup. I don't know, but just a team I'm gonna keep an eye out for, and I don't know. Maybe I'll sprinkle a little bit on them tonight.
I like it. Let's go. Appreciate you, Grins. Let's go. Way to get one the hard way. Let's throw some more W's in the chat for Grins, man. We love you. Appreciate you so much, bro.
Thank you, Mikey.
All right. Should we go through the slate? Go through the rest of the slate.
Do it.
You know what I think we do, Josh? I think Grins has a plan B today.
Yeah.
He gave it to us.
I think we
So
just take that.
That's Grins' plan B.
I think
today.
that's in there.
I like it.
Also, we have 5 more minutes, so we'll just go through this quick.
Go through it quick. Rapid fire. You want to go first and then I'll rapid fire?
You want to go rapid fire? We can go through it, I think, a little bit. We can talk about it.
Okay, my
Yeah, we'll-
first favorite game is Fairfield at Plus Chicken away from home. This Fairfield team. Come on, man. Come on. We got a botted slate. We can't be giggle
No, I
botting.
know, yeah. All those games are going to sound that bad.
Yeah, just crazy. Like, I actually love my favorite game on today's slate would be Arkansas State against Moose Shit Cushion University. No, Fairfield at Plus Chicken. This is like a sneaky little Fairfield team. I'll tell you what, they're deep. They got great guys. They got great transfers. I think you're seeing this line just because none of these teams are very good away from home, which makes sense because mid-major basketball. But I would not mind taking Fairfield at plus chicken, leave the point at the door. It's a 1-point game. I don't hate Fairfield at all. Iona minus 3.5. I feel like that's going to be one where a lot of people are on Quinnipiac because Quinnipiac is the better team. But Iona at home, at least for me when I bet on them, have done really great things. So that would be one where I don't mind that at all, to take Iona as a favorite against a better Quinnipiac team just because they're at home. I was going through the rest of the slate. I mean, Florida Gulf Coast, I wouldn't mind betting at plus chicken because they're away from home. There's a lot of teams away from home that aren't getting a lot of respect. Kennesaw, much better team than Queens, is plus chicken on the road. I wouldn't hate Kennesaw on the road. I'm not trusting JMU minus 14.5 on the road. I was going through, what was the other game I really
the
liked?
ultimate toilet bowl on today too. Manhattan and Siena.
Oh, okay.
That might be.
What do you like in that? The under, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about the one game that matters, though. Dayton is playing Loyola Chicago.
Yeah, that's a big game. I kind of like Loyola.
I saw
in that
Loyola
game.
Chicago put out a video. Do you know it?
No.
Apparently, they put one out with Sister Jean.
We got a little video we're going to share soon, too.
I think the Book It account.
Yeah.
I think the Book It account already tweeted it.
Oh, they did?
Of Sister Jean?
I'll pull it up.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought that was from today. I don't know what to do in that game, so here's what I'll say. Dayton away from home has always had short lines, and they're really weird. However, I feel like with games like this, here's what I'll say, guys, and this is something that I've been doing for the past couple weeks, and I think it's why I've gotten a little bit hotter than I was to start the year. Once you start getting into late February, early March, these teams change. And games that you normally drop on the road, they know they can't afford to drop on the road. The coaching styles change. I think the general attitudes of teams that are ranked 100% change because now every game feels like it matters, where not that every game doesn't matter to them, but early season, you can drop a couple on the road. You're now fighting for seeding.
Yeah.
You want a good seed going into the tournament. And I think that is it's no longer like, all right, let's keep rolling. Let's get a good win here going into Loyola Chicago. The narrative is now like, you're the 21st ranked team in the country. We want a good seed going into our conference tournament. We want a good seed going into the tournament. We have to beat a good Loyola Chicago team on the road. And let's use this as a dress rehearsal for having to win on the road in the tournament, is what I think happens with these teams when you get into early March, late February. I honestly wouldn't mind taking Dayton here going to Loyola Chicago. I know Loyola Chicago is going to pack the gym. I know Loyola Chicago is probably going to be dollar beer night. It's probably going to be bumping. They're probably going to give away free t-shirts, whatever they have to do to get this fan base up. And I don't think they have to do much because Loyola Chicago wants to beat Dayton. This is the 1-2 in this conference. But I just feel as though something I've been living and dying by with the USCs, with the Kentuckys, and with all these other teams that have been winning on the road lately that are ranked underdogs, is I almost would rather lose my ass with this Dayton team on the road and just see how they look and watch the game rooting for a Dayton team that I think could do some damage in the tournament and be able to use it as an eye test to go, okay, how are you guys going to do when you're on a neutral site playing a good team on the road when we get to March?
That's very
so fair. I wouldn't mind taking Dayton here, but the play could be Loyola Chicago. You're at home. Dayton's ranked. It's a short line. You know the students are going to get up. You know it's going to be bumping. And you have the tools to beat Dayton. It's not like Dayton has like a 1-2 that's going to fucking destroy Loyola Chicago. Like, they have the tools to beat them.
Yeah, for sure.
They have the tools.
And Sister Jean's dialed.
Yeah, she dialed.
It's March.
Yeah,
it's March 1st.
She doesn't skip a beat in March.
That video saying
book it,
Trent.
Are you going to take Loyola Chicago though?
Yeah, I think so. I like them. I think they win that game.
Okay. I mean, I don't hate it.
I mean, I just feel like they get
dude,
hot.
that's such a low
every single
over.
year. It seems like they get hot at the right time.
They do
when they need to.
They do.
And I don't know. Sister Jean's got 1 or 2.
And Dayton has
2 more
choked
seasons
away
in her.
some really big.
They got to
games.
do it for her. No.
Yeah,
they got to do
for
it for
Sister.
her now.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Listen, I don't think you can be wrong on either side in this game. I think this is one where, like, I'll never clown someone for being on the other side of games like this. I know there's a lot of people in sports betting that'll pick that side and then be like, "I fucking told you," but like, I feel like this is just a game where like you can't really be on the wrong side. It feels like.
Yeah, I mean,
either one you pick. Really low over under though. That tells me that this game's gonna be slow paced.
Yeah, very.
And Dayton loves to slow down, punish you in the paint. Not great shooting, but I would probably take Dayton in this spot. I also don't mind Nevada minus 14.5. I'll just say that at home against Fresno State, they'll probably beat the shit out of them. But other than that, like there's a lot of Ivy Leagues on for prize picks entries. I'm definitely going to look at Xavier and Lee on Princeton. That kid is a fucking bucket. Malik Mack on Harvard at a short line. He probably might drop 22, 25. He's fucking a bucket too. But yeah, that's where I'm looking at right now for the slate. Do you have anything else you like before we wrap up?
One more before we wrap up.
Yeah, what do you like?
It's actually the highest total on the board.
Oh, already
I
locked.
like it. It's Kennesaw State and Queens.
I like that over.
Over 171.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is absurd.
They both play very fast.
But that is absurd.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that game, one of those two teams scoring 100.
Wow. I like that actually. Yeah. Let's take that. It's already locked. We have to take it. What's our parlay? Bucks, Raptors.
+3. Coyotes +1.5.
Taking the Oats +1.5.
And Utah State.
That's your 4-teamer. Show exclusive. If you tune into the show, you get our 4-teamer. That's how it's going to work from now on. That's what's on the platter. Where I'm going to tweet out the platter later, so make sure you tapped in. But those are the games I'm going to be looking at. I'm just going to pick a side later on. Listen, we end every show with a little motivation and with a little inspiration. So here's what I'm going to say today. Guess what? Congratulations. We made it to the weekend. I got a bachelor party in Nashville. Somewhat looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. I've never been to Nashville, so that'll be cool. But here's what I want to say. Go have a weekend for yourself, okay? I think too many times people are living for the weekend, but I think it's okay that once you make it to the weekend, just go have one, you know? Stay out a little too late on Friday. Stay out a little too late on Saturday. Don't be afraid to reach out to those people you haven't hung out with in a while. Don't be afraid to, when you get to that bar, hit up somebody you've wanted to talk to for a long time, okay? Go have yourself a weekend because you deserve it. You made it this far in the week. You took one step forward from Monday to Friday. And guess what? Now it's time to take the weight off the back. Go have yourself a weekend. Go do something for you. You want to go to the movie theaters? Go to the fucking movie theaters. You want to play video games all day on Saturday? Go play video games all day on Saturday. Do what's going to make you happy this weekend, okay? Because you only get a set, finite amount of weekends, all right? So do me a favor. Go have yourself a weekend. I'll pay for the drinks. So make sure you're tapped in. Let's go have ourselves a Friday. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night from the morning after. We'll be back here on Monday. What a great week. Thank you guys so much as always. I love every single one of you. Go have yourself a weekend. Take one step forward for me. Josh, say something to the people.
We will be seeing people.
Thank you guys.
Back Monday.
We'll see you.